Want to learn how to make slow-mos? Not like this. I'm going to show you the real way how to do it. Everything I did was done with your result. Let's get into it. Okay, so everything I'm about to show you can be done on any kind of video. It's just I personally play video games a lot, so this is kind of the videos I edit. So I'm going to show you how you would do it on a video game. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to find where you want to pause the clip. I always do it after I fire. So after this fire right here, I'm going to move it a couple slides over. After you hear the little pow on the gun, you're going to hit right click on your mouse. You're going to hit retime control, right? You're going to zoom in so you can see a little better. I'm going to hit add a speed point. This is your first speed point where you want the slow-mo to start, all right? And then I'm just going to fast forward. You want to do it 2 clicks. So like when you see this blue right here, you want to do 2 clicks before. So that way you have enough time after the slow-mo ends to just get right into the gunfire and you don't really miss the action of it. So you're gonna add a speed point right here. And I always do 30 seconds. You don't have to do 30 seconds when you slow it down. So you want to grab the second speed point and just grab it. And I'll pull it out to about 30 seconds, slowing it down. As you can see, outside of the 2 speed points, it still stays at 100%, right? That's what we want. That's why we added a speed point, so it only slows down part of the clip you want to slow down, right? So to separate it, you want to go to the second speed point first, because you go to the first one, you won't be able to see where the second one is, right? So I'm going to hit Control-Z, go back. You want to hit the second speed point, so you can still see the first one. And then you have your first slow-mo part of the clip, right? The first thing you want to do is go to the volume and turn it off, right? Because as you saw the intro, we don't want that sound. We want to slow it down so we can add that cool effect without that annoying little echoing sound from everything being slowed down, all right? Second, we're going to go to the second speed point, which was right about here. After I fire, going to right click on it again, hit this drop down arrow, add a speed point again, go right before, right there, add my second speed point to the slow-mo, drag it out to about 30 seconds or 30%. You don't have to do 30. You can do more or less depending on how you want. This is just personal preference. Okay, now we have our 2 slow-mo parts of the clip. But the most important thing is, so what I was taught was when you slow down a clip, right? So I record my videos in 60 frames per second. When you slow down a clip, you take that 60 seconds and you split it in half. So the clip that's being slowed down goes from 60 frames per second to 30. So depending on the graphics you're running at, so I recorded this in 2560, 1440p. It won't look as bad to me, but if you're doing it in 1920, 1080, and you slow it down from 60 frames to 30 seconds, or your frames are lower, or your resolution's lower, you'll see a bigger difference in the slow-mo, and it won't look as clean when you look back at it, right? So what I do is, you want to go down to this retime and scaling, click on the drop-down, the retime process. First thing you want to do is click on optimal flow. You'll see a little change around his face when you look back at it to make sure that what this is doing is basically turning the 30 frames that you did once you stretched out the video. This process will make it look like it's still 60 frames, even though you slowed it down, right? You're going to hit optical flow, and you're going to go to motion. I have DaVinci Studio, so I'm going to hit speed warp, but if you do not have DaVinci Studio, you would hit enhance better. But since I have Studio, I'm going to hit speed warp. Then you go down to the last one, resize time filter, and I go to smoother. And those are the 3 settings you need to add to the end once you do the slow-mo. I'm going to do the same thing for the first one, optical flow. You see it shift a little bit, speed warp, and then smoother, right? This is basically just helping your slow-mos look a lot cleaner when you look back at it. If you want to post it anywhere, this is to make sure it gets like a cool look. And it kind of looks like you're slowing it down a little bit better, right? Once you've done all this, you've learned how to slow-mo. In the easiest way possible, right? All you gotta do is just export your video, look back at it, and realize, wow, you did good work. I hope this video helped you with slow-mo. I will be posting new tutorials weekly, so look forward to that. Hope you have a great day.